Hey y'all, tis me again. Alright, so I don't normally watch like mainstream news, but I do watch channels that give opinions on things going on in the mainstream media, and the one I just watched. Alright, so everybody knows, at least in the West, of what's going on with the whole gender bullshit. And I just watched a video about Dylan Mulvaney giving an explanation of what has happened after the fall of Bud Light and his, you know, sponsorship of that brand. And, you know, you hear some noises. It's my little kitten just going kitten crazy. So I asked my cards, what is the intention of people, just what is the intention of the word they are now saying is transphobic? Now, I grew up a fucking candy raver. I grew up with gay best friends, lesbian friends, trans friends. And the way I grew up, I only knew male to female trans, but they did everything they could to fit in to the female gender. They were real trans. They weren't out for any type of attention. They just wanted to live their life because they had a mental disorder that prevented them from being able to accept themselves in their natural born body. And it was all good. I was like, they passed as female. So I was like, I had absolutely no problem being in a female space with them because they passed as female. They did everything in their power to be female. Now, nearly 20 years later, we have this whole movement of trans. Now, I hate politics, but this whole movement that is destroying a whole generation of young people, and I hate the left and the right because I've never been a part of either. I've always voted green. Tell y'all, I've always voted green just to tell the man, fuck you, because I ain't voting for any of y'all. I'll vote green. But in the past 6 years, I haven't voted at all because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Our votes don't matter. You will see if you look at France and Macron. Ain't nobody vote for that motherfucker, and he won. Ain't nobody vote for fucking Trudeau in Canada. That motherfucker won. I highly doubt the vast majority voted for Biden. He won. So I don't vote anymore because it doesn't fucking matter. The people don't matter. They're gonna put in whoever they want. But that's beyond the point of what I'm trying to say. From the video I just watched about the fall of Bud Light and Mulvaney or whatever the fuck, his response, because I'm sorry, he ain't real trans to me. I grew up with real trans. That ain't real trans to me. That's just somebody trying to make clout and money. So that response, which was empathetic, because Bud Light didn't stand with him. They were just like, promote our product, and whatever happens, happens. And he's just kind of fucked. A lot of backlash on him, but also he's still trying to get clout. So, but with everything that's going on, all of these, leftists are like, trans genocide. Ain't nobody fucking with trans except you. You are enabling a whole generation to be infertile. That is trans genocide. But that's beyond the point. Right now, the question I asked is, what is the intent with the phrase transphobic? What is the intent with the phrase transphobic? Because a lot of words that used to hold a lot of meaning don't anymore. Like, racist holds nothing anymore. Transphobic holds nothing anymore, because these sick motherfuckers have made these words mean nothing. So, in the spirit of Dylan Mulvaney, the man that wished he was a woman, that is doing a lot to try to be a woman that isn't. What does the intent of what these people are pushing as transphobic, what is the intent of that word? Let us look into it. The intent of the word transphobic. All right, I am using the Oracle of the Dragon Fae with the Magical Unicorns Oracle cards and the Rider-Waite Tarot. All right, we have the Guardians, Fly High, with the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles. So, what is the true intent of the word transphobic in today's, whatever the fuck you want to call it? The Guardians fly high. So, these people that are claiming the word transphobic are trying to fly above you, are trying to be beyond you, are trying to be narcissistic assholes and call you something you are not. They want to have the power. They want to sit upon the dragon, watching you as you cower in fear. They want to be in a place of power. Then we have the High Priestess with the King of Pentacles. So what is the intent of the word transphobic with these people? They want you to think that they are the divine feminine and the divine masculine as they sit on top of their thrones, but they are not. See, with the divine feminine, what a woman does is what a woman does. She gives birth to actual human beings. She also has the femininity, the creativity, the wherewithal to be a woman. And with the King of Pentacles, he is the just below the Emperor, the pinnacle of the physical manifestation of the masculine energy. He is the powerful physical manifestation of the masculine energy. So you have those that are claiming you are transphobic because you are going with the science of female and male, trying to sit above you, but they ain't. Because the divine feminine and the divine masculine still hold true. Only a woman gives birth to children. Only a man has sperm that fertilizes the eggs for the women to give birth. So their word holds no clout any longer because they have tried to, what's the word? Just infiltrate the science of male and female, which is not at all true. There are only two genders, there are only two sexes. So they're trying to sit on top of their mountain, on their control grid, that is the dragon that they think is so powerful. But they're gonna fall, because you see, she's just sitting on his nose. All he has to do is point his head down, and that bitch is gonna fall to her ass. Then we have Orochi boundaries with the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So, what is the intention of these people's claim of the word transphobic? They want to cross the boundaries of literal human existence, of what is reality. They want to cross the boundaries of what people know to be true. Masculine and feminine, male and female. They want to cross that boundary and they want to exit that shit out. They want to bring that shit down with their newfound belief system. They're trying to bring that shit down. But y'all need to work together. If you don't follow this new set of beliefs, that if you believe in actual, science, that there's only male and female, y'all need to come together and set your boundaries. Like, hell no, homie, don't play that shit. Like, I see the truth. Like, I know there is only two. I see what you're trying to do with the masculine and feminine, and ain't gonna do it. Like, we are coming together. We are not going to go with your shit. We're gonna build our own world. Like, homie, don't play that shit. Like, reality is reality. In this human existence, there's only two, male and female, which has, gone on through plants and animals and, germs and whatnot, except for the very few that are androgynous that can be either or. But that's not the human species, and even if they try to say cross-sex or whatever the fuck they say, and someone is born with a human defect that has both male and female, that's a human defect, motherfuckers. But, okay. And then we have love your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. With the Page of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So what is this whole transphobic word coming to now? That your mother and father don't give a fuck about you because they won't ascertain to the idea that a child thinks they are androgynous, that they are not the sex they were born. Page of Cups is young, usually a messenger, but with the cups, it is the indoctrination of the children that is going on in these times about sexuality and, well, what transphobia is about now is trying to force parents to believe the indoctrinated child that cannot see the truth, that cannot think for themselves, that is being indoctrinated in school and from social media, that they are not what they were born, that they feel pain from what they are born, that the parent doesn't know a fucking thing, even though the parent has lived decades longer than the child and understands what's going on. No. What transphobia means in today's world with these really selfish, narcissistic pieces of shit are trying to tell you is that these children don't know who they are and that, oh, they can just switch sexes because they feel so much pain they're just gonna kill themselves. Okay, I've been a child. I didn't know who the fuck I was when I was young. How the fuck is anybody that's 8 years old gonna tell me that they're a boy or a girl? No, I'm sorry, ain't gonna happen. If you look at the real statistics of what is happening, a child is more likely to commit suicide that has been pushed through this shit than a child that has not. So, parents, you need to take care of your children. You need to be there for your children. You need to try and erase the indoctrination that is going on with your children within the system. And you need to try to pinpoint the pain that is actually causing these children to think this way. Because it is more often than not something else other than gender dysphoria that is causing people in this world, most likely girls, but it is often something completely different than gender dysphoria that is causing these children to feel this much pain to want to change their gender. So, parents, please, whatever place you live in, if you have to keep it quiet because I've seen what's going on in other countries and other states. Canada, you're the fucking worst. Fuck you, Canada. But I've seen other states making laws where it is illegal to not affirm a child's gender. So I feel for you. I'm very sorry that your state is a piece of shit. But hold your own. Try to protect that child and try to find out the root cause of their pain. Because it's something other than gender dysphoria, most likely, 99.9% of the time. Then we have the Pendragon, pure male energy with exercise. Run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. With the Six of Pentacles. So, what is the true meaning of the word transphobic in this day and age? They're trying to erase the male gender. Now, I know in my last reading, I had a heavy emphasis on the feminine. They're trying to erase the feminine within Hollywood and just make femininity masculine. But in this reading, they're trying to erase masculinity. They are trying to make masculinity evil or bad, that wanting to protect what is yours is bad, that wanting to fight for what is yours is bad. It is not. Sorry, I'm a woman, and I know I can't take on a full-grown fucking man. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a man that would protect me. Modern feminists wouldn't agree, but yeah, I would like that. Then you have exercise with run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. So, with the erasure that they're trying to do with the masculine energy, they're trying to make masculine people, men, lazy. They're trying to make them more feminized, which you see a lot in modern Hollywood of these effeminate men that are weak and very small. And it's just all of the masculine men of old, that were big actors and all that, they're all treated like they're old and weak and they need a woman to save them. No. Stay strong, masculine men. Stay strong, women. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a strong, fit individual. But what this is saying is we need strong, fit, masculine men to protect and to save those that are lost, those that need help. We need strong men. Right? I'm a woman, and yeah, I fucking love badass female characters like Lara Croft. Love you, bitch. Fucking what? Sarah Connor. Like all those fucking old school badass women bitches, but they still had a femininity about them that, like, I connected to them. Like, yeah, you're a badass bitch, but you still have your flaws. No, right now, we need men. We need strong men that are going to help carry this out. And what the transphobic community is trying to put out is men protecting anybody is transphobic. All right, this is a little longer than I wanted it to be, but strong men are now viewed as, especially strong white men, are now viewed as public enemy number one. And women are now really sex objects. We are truly at the end of the pendulum swing of the free sex, feminist movement of, women be free. Call me old school, but no, I don't think that's helped us very much. I don't think that's helped women. Yeah, my mom got to vote in her time. My mom got to have a bank account in her time. But in the time that has come since I was a child, since all of the good things in my childhood that I had real equality to the youth of today, No, it has not been a good thing. No, it has not. Again, Yuri Bezmenov. Yeah, probably it's true that once CIA, never out of the CIA, once KGB, never out of the KGB. But Yuri Bezmenov gave us some real truth. And people really need to look into that shit. And as much as I am in total disagreement with what is happening with the world today, with the whole, you know, sexual revolution and freedom of women, I don't think it's done anything good for women. I don't think it's done anything good for men. I got to grow up in a time where there was true equality, and now it's turned into a shit show. So, if I had a child, they would not know the ways that this world is trying to teach them. I've come to terms, so I'll probably never have one, but if you do, there is meaning in being a woman and being a man. I'm a woman. Yeah, I fucking hate to cook. And I do have pretty great organizational abilities, but I hate cleaning. But if it came down to it, I could do it. I could play the woman's role. Although, part of me is a fucking warrior, and I'd rather cut off some heads than wash some clothes. Yeah, it's whatever. Everybody's meant to do what they're meant to do, but with Western society the way it is right now, what the youth is taught, if you're, I'm 39, if you're my age or a little older, you might understand what I'm trying to say, that the whole hookup culture and all of that is extremely harmful. So, what is modern society in the West trying to say with transgender, you know? It has nothing to do with being bigoted or being against somebody that has a literal mental disorder. It's about shutting you up. It's about taking away the feminine and the masculine and confusing it and indoctrinating and transgenociding a whole generation by making a whole generation infertile. They talk about transgenocide all the time. But it's them that's doing it by making the young people make themselves infertile. That is the transgenocide. It's really fucking sad. Talk long enough. It is what it is. Love y'all.